Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are. Welcome back to another episode on the Annoyed Dad channel. Today, we're just going to do a bit of an update. There hasn't been too much happening. There's been a few bits and pieces happening. You can see the geese. The geese have started laying, which is fantastic. We haven't started to hatch any out yet. And we're at the start of March. And you can see that the blackthorn is starting to come out. The hedgings are starting to spring out. It's fantastic. Grass will be growing before we know it, and we'll be spending every weekend up here with the lawnmower getting things cut. So yeah, we'll do an update. We'll do the birds in a minute. I've got something really sad to tell you about the birds, but we'll cover that in a minute. The rhubarb that we've got down here, that's slowly starting to come up now. It's been a bit slow. It's been an odd winter. It hasn't really been mega cold. We haven't had a mega cold snap. We haven't had snow. We've just had wind and storms. And there's the bees. They're happy in there. They're going to be the big things for this year. So these are the gooseberry bushes. If I can get my screen to turn on. You can see that they're starting to come into life. Where they were in with the chickens, they were getting a bit dark and they weren't able to cope very well. So I've been up here today. You can see I've laid down this piece of weed control fabric because the last lot got blown away during Storm Eunice, and you can see that I've made holes in it because of the type of plastic that it is. It's woven stuff. It's the plastic woven stuff, and if you cut a hole in it with a knife, that hole will just keep on growing all the time. So what I've done is I took a bowl, just a little bowl, as like a size template, and then I took my normal souffle maker machine that fires out hot flames, and I just went around it. So what that does is, as it goes around, it actually seals these bits here, so they're all burnt, like if you was to burn the end of like a shoelace or something. So they're not going to split and they're not going to whiz all the way along and keep doing it. So why have I done this? Yes, what's going in here is also what's going in down the bottom there that we've spoken about in the past, and that is lavender. Yeah, I know, a little bit anticlimactic and everything like that, but the plan, should we be successful, is to get the lavender going up here, and then we'll get the lavender going down there, and I'm aiming within 2 years for about 1,000 plants worth of lavender. Reason being, sorry for the wind, it's blowing. The reason being is because the lavender will complement the bees, and that will also complement what else we're doing with all of the products and the other things that are coming on for this year with the bees, because we've got some good stuff happening there. And it might be interesting for you if you've never taken a product from start to sale. We'll go through the whole process of it, and it'll be what's it called, the cosmetics. So stuff with honey, you know, soap, lip balms, face balms, sugar scrubs, the whole lot. But we can do them with the bees and we can do them with the lavender. So why not? We've got the land, it's not being used for anything, let's do it. The land isn't being used for the horses, because this month the horses decided that they were going to break into the area that the geese aren't currently using because of avian lockdown. We've got them in a smaller area there because we can't practically keep them locked up. We just can't. And it is allowable that if there's no way you're able to keep them locked up, you just have to be careful with them while they're outside. So anyway, the horses got into this area here. They came over the fence just down there somewhere, and they pulled up all the hedging that I had planted down here to create a new hedge. So I had to go around and redo that all again. And if we look, you can see that there are some bits that are starting to germinate. And you can see there's other bits that are just covered in buds. Hopefully the camera focused in on that then, all right? Now, if you're wondering how did I do that, if you're thinking, cool, blimey, magnificent, that must have cost a fortune. No, it is dead simple. That's privet that I brought from the garden centre. 10 plants like that for 20 quid. You can see they've also been horse attacked, but they are still growing. All right, and we'll compare that. Just nip back over this way. God blimey, it's like an old edition of Challenge Annika, isn't it? You know, Challenge Annoyed Dad. Ugh. So what I was saying about those privets, 10 plants for 20 quid. You saw what they looked like, you saw the quality of them. Compare that to what I brought on eBay. We go around here, and 10 plants for 20 quid on eBay. I think I'll be sticking to the garden centre ones. Well, I won't actually, because I'll be sticking to doing my own ones. And the other hedge that I showed you, well, we'll go back over this way, because it doesn't really matter, because we've got plenty of that sort of hedge, blackthorn, hawthorn, all of that sort of stuff around here. It doesn't really matter where I show you it. So we see this is all just budding into life. Now these trees are hardwood, and they are absolutely fantastic way of being able to survive in the wild. So the wind will come along and it will blow them and everything else like that, and they'll end up going everywhere. But if they just stick in the ground, bosh, there's a high chance that they will start growing roots. A very high chance they would just start growing roots, and you'll get yourself a hedge, which is what has basically happened around the side there with them ones. Yeah, fantastic. Right, I'm going to plant these lavender, and then we'll go around and we'll look at the birds, because it's almost bird put away time. Righty, okay, that is them all in. Let's just stop for a second to go back here. Well, looked at these guys for a little while. These are our banthams, and we've got a naked neck in there as well as some other ones. Let me see if I can get the camera to go where it isn't looking thing. There we go, there's the cockerel. Now, I quite often see on the and like Facebook groups and other places, people say, what do you do with your cockerel, because he's gone a bit mad, he attacks me and he goes mental at me. This guy here, he's the same. I place a hand in there and that is it. He is attacking me, and his spurs on his legs are as sharp as anything, and they do draw blood. The easiest way to get around it is every single day I pick him up and I give him a cuddle. Every day we go in there, we hold him, we go in there, we hold him. It's really because of the time of year, because he thinks you're going to go in there and you're going to get his ladies. Remember, he is only a chicken and he has just got the chicken brain. He thinks you're going to go in there and get his ladies, and he doesn't want you to, so he starts to play up a little bit. So that's the easiest way I find to deal with them, is just go in there every day and pick them up. Right, so let's go this way. If you will remember, after Storm Eunice, these guys were blown everywhere, but they're all back in, which is fantastic. Only problem is that we've had more rain and stuff, and it's just mud everywhere. I will explain this thing behind me at some point, possibly, maybe. It's equine related, so I've got next to no interest in explaining it, but it is there, and that is the reason why videos have been slow, because I've been doing that and not doing everything else. So these guys are all still locked up. You guys all right? And these guys are still all locked up. Look at that mud. They need a bale of straw in now. I'm getting some tomorrow, I think. But can you spot the problem? It is very rare that there is ever anything that happens on this farm that brings a tear to my eye. Hey, I'm a big burly bloke. Well, I'm not burly, but you know, I'm a big bloke, and it's very rare that anything does, but this did. This was tragic. I had a notification on my phone at about 2:30 in the morning that there was movement in this area, because I've got the Reolink Go cameras up, and half asleep I looked at it and I just thought it was a branch that was blowing, and just rolled over and went back to sleep again. The next morning I took a closer look whilst I was eating my breakfast, and I realised it was a fox. The fox had somehow, well, I know how it happened, but I'm not going to explain it in the video. The fox had got into here, and it went underneath there, and it got underneath that corner of the cage, because I haven't put in the lower wire on it, and it just wiped everything out in there. We lost Mr. Gobbler, who you may know was our big turkey. We lost the 2 Norfolk girls, and we lost the silver hen as well. There was also 3 Black Orpington males, and another cockerel that was due to be slaughtered about 2 years ago, but for whatever reason he just kept on leaving my line of sight and getting out the way, and he was just allowed just to live in there and just live out his life. He wasn't ever going to go in with the girls. But yeah, the fox just basically came in, it killed them all. It dragged one, the last cockerel I was just explaining about, it dragged him, and it just dragged him over into the woods over the back there, and just left it there. The rest of them were just left. There was a very, very small amount that was taken that the fox would have eaten, and I mean a very small amount. It was just the fox just got in there and just caused havoc, and I'm gutted. And it does kind of make you stop and just want to think, you know, am I going to continue with it? Am I not going to continue with it? What am I going to do? I know how I can improve it and do all of the security and that by actually putting in the wire that I was meant to put in, but because of other jobs and that, I haven't got around to doing it. It's still on the list of jobs to be done. But yeah, it's just one of those things now. The wife turned around to me earlier today actually, and she said we're already into the first week of March and we haven't started the incubators up yet. And it's true, we haven't. But we will do, that is still coming. Right, let's go up here and see these guys. See, these guys are also just mud everywhere. I do apologise if there's wind blowing through the microphone again. So if you don't know, I'll just explain again. We have got Toulouse, Dewlap Toulouse, which are the ones which have got like the hangy downy bit underneath their beak. We have got Franconians, which are the small grey geese, and we have got a Steinbecker, which is Mr. A, which is just over there basically, and we got ducks, my boys' ducks. And if we go into here, yep, there we go, we got an egg. So yeah, I might take that one home and we might start to incubate that one, because I know that one's been laid today because I've gone around and I've done the other ones. So I am going to round these guys up and I'm going to put them away. So that is just a quick little update as to what's going on. Come on, Sherby. Yes, everybody knows you're the stupid goose. Come on. So yeah, just a quick little update as to what's been going on. And there are a few more projects that are planned, a few more things happening, but thankfully work has started to pick up for me again. Come on, you guys, I want to end the video with you guys going in. But yeah, we'll get these eggs home, we'll get them incubated, and we will see what we've got. I don't think I'm going to incubate too many chickens this year, unless they're really special ones. See, this is what these guys like to do. They go down halfway and then they just stop. Come on. Go on. I don't think so. Right, I'm going to leave Sherby, and Sherby can catch up. Right, come on. Bang, 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 bang. See, this one's Yoda, and we know it's Yoda because it's got an angel wing on the side of it. All right, let's go back and get that Sherby, who's now going to be running off towards the end. No, you're not running off yet. Right, come on, in. Yes, you've been in plenty of videos before. Come on. You see, I've still got the sheets on the floor, and they were blown off the things by Eunice, and I just haven't got around to picking them up. Come on. Come on, everybody wants you to go in, and then I can end the video, and then they're all going to be like, oh, wasn't that wonderful? And then go down and click the subscribe button and give the video a like. There we go. Night, night, Sherby. Right, I'll do that. I need 2 hands to do that. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please do hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down below. Any questions, queries, comments, whatever, leave it down below and I will try to answer every single one. I do read every single one. And until the next video, bye.